Hello and welcome back to LFDC University. On this channel, we talk all things passive income and digital design, of course, with full walkthrough tutorials so that you never feel left behind. If that sounds like something you are interested in, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit the bell notification so that you get notified every single time I post a video. I have been asked a lot about how I go about making my sublimation templates, like teardrop earrings, car coasters, wind spinners, things like that. So that is what we're going to go over today. So let's get started. We have a lot of ground to cover today because I want to give you as much information on this topic as possible without going to a part 2. So the very first place I like to stay in is Facebook. I'm a part of multiple different groups. Some are for SVG files, some are for sublimation, some are for DTF, etc. Basically, where my customers hang out is where I want to be because I want to know what they're excited about so that I know what to design for. I don't usually make a lot of posts or do anything really in the groups. I'm more of a fly on the wall to see what's popular and what my clients are looking for. And when I see they're like, "Oh, has anybody seen this or has anybody seen that?" and everybody's like, "No, I haven't been able to find anything good," then I know exactly what I need to design for. So it's really helpful to get in the same area that your clients or customers are hanging out in. So here's a good example right here. This is sublimation for beginners. And so as it states, this is usually a lot of people who are just getting into sublimation or they've been around for a while, but this is one of the first groups that people go to. So I'll just browse for a little bit. This says, for those of you who make wind spinners, do you coat them with a UV protectant spray? Now, I don't care about anything that this person wrote on here except for the fact that she's asking about wind spinners. And now I see that there's 8 comments. So if I had never heard about wind spinners, I would know wind spinners. I would write this down and I would be like, what's a wind spinner? And I would check that out and I would see if that's something that I wanted to design for and then possibly put that size or design in my shop. Oh, I decided to make these puzzles as favors for my daughter's upcoming princess party. I got them off Amazon. This would be something that I would possibly write down. I don't personally have anything in my shop specific to puzzles. It's also good to note that there might be a specific size for this puzzle. So if this is a popular item, this would be something you may want to put in your shop. She's telling you right now that she got it off of Amazon. So you could then go to Amazon, look for puzzle blanks. That's the word that you're going to want to remember is blanks, sublimation blanks. That is what they're looking for, and that is what you are inevitably designing for, is sublimation blanks. So this would be a sublimation puzzle blank. So that's another one. All right, so that's pretty much all I'm really seeing on this page. I don't spend a ton of time, just like a day of research, I'll write a few things down if I see, and then I'll move on. So here is another page. This is called Sublimation No Boundaries. Here's another one, double-sided pacifier clip. I would have never thought pacifier clip in my life. If these were popular, this might be something that I designed specifically for. And then we have bunny necklace. I don't know what that is. Oh, I get it. It's got rabbit ears. I didn't see that at first. But if this was popular, this would be something that I would design for. I think you guys get the point. I look around in these groups because I get an idea. Now, I'm not seeing anybody commenting on this, so I wouldn't put this as like a must design for this item. But if I did see a bunch of comments, then that's probably something that I would add. As you can see with this one, have multiple of each color, $6 each if you want a name. Okay, so these are sublimated. Okay, and all they probably did was use a digital paper. So I've talked a lot about how versatile creating digital paper is. And this is a perfect example of something I would have never thought somebody would use digital paper for, but here it is. All right, and then sequin stockings. Okay, so you get the idea of what I mean by doing your research, going into these groups for sublimation or DTF, seeing what items they are purchasing, and then making that an idea, write it down so that you can look more into it and you can decide if that's something you want to put in your shop, and then how you can make a template for that item. We're on rtssublimationblanks.com. I'll link this in the description box below if you're interested in looking at this, but there are tons and tons of sublimation blank websites, or you can even go to Amazon and search sublimation blanks. What you're looking for, however, is the measurements. So we saw a whole bunch of designs. Now we're going to look on her list and we're going to see, does she carry any of these things? Badge reels. Okay, so let's say we wanted to look at badge reels. Here is a cute badge reel. Badge reels are really popular and it looks like there's various different kinds, but let's say that we wanted this one right here. And we want an idea of how we could design for this specific badge reel. All right, what you do is you scroll down and she has put the exact dimensions that you would need for this badge reel. So I can look here and I can see 1.60 inches by 1.60 inches. And then I would just go to my design program, or you can go to Canva as well. Excuse my little design there. And we would go new and we would type in 1.60 by 1.60. Oh, we have to switch it to inches. All right, 1.60, 1.60. Switch it to 300 dpi because we want it to be high resolution. And there's our square. And so all we'd want to do is put a circle in this. So I'm going to go ahead and go to Document Setup, Color. We're going to switch it to a transparent. Currently I'm using Affinity Designer, but this is basically the same situation you would do in any other design program. And then I'm going to grab the ellipse tool and I'm just going to make a circle. Now I'm holding down Shift so I get the exact dimensions that I want so that I get a perfect circle. And I'm just going to see if this fits nicely. Center it, center it. It's a little big, so I'm going to hold the Shift key down again and I'm just going to shrink it just a bit, and we will try to do that. Center, center again, and see if everything fits. Everything fits perfectly. And so I now already have a template. So I could rename this. I could just go File, Save As, and I could save it Badge Reel. Badge Reel template. Okay? And then there, we have a badge reel template. Now let's move on. All right, so now we are going to go to car items. I've heard license plates are kind of getting to be a little bit of a big deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on her license plates blanks. Let's say that we wanted to create some license plate sublimation files. We would head over right here to her license plates blanks, and we would see that she has license plate white aluminum 6x12 by 0.020, and that's awesome. We could just use that, but even better, she actually already has the license plates template. So we're going to select that, and then all you have to do is download. So this is free to everyone. That is one of the great things about going to a blanks shop, because they like to provide the template as often as they can. They like to provide the template to their customer. Well, your customer and their customer are the same. So we can utilize those same things and we can create the perfect fitted sublimation item for their item. Now, I can't use the PDF exactly the way I want to as a template, so we're going to use this as a guide to create our own template that we in fact can use. So as you can see, we can switch it over. We'll right click there and just switch it over to inches. And you can see that this is 6 inches by 12. I'm going to switch it to inches and I'm going to go 12 for the width and 6 for the height. Switch it to 300 dpi and create. All right, so there is my license plate. And then I'm just going to save it, save as, and we're going to do license plate template. All right, so in just a few minutes, we have now created the perfect template for a badge reel and the perfect template for a license plate. Now let's go ahead and figure out earrings. I know that's one of the big ones that people have a really hard time creating, is for the teardrop earrings. I do want to create a whole entire bundle for you guys with a whole bunch of different templates, but for the sake of time, you probably would like it now, and I'm going to show you how I would go about finding that. First, I would check this website just to see if she has it. So let's just do earring and see if anything pops up. I'm seeing stuff for Easter, but no earrings. All right, so here is a company called Johnson's, or Johnson Plastic Plus, and it looks like they have round, diamond, and teardrop, so that's great. So let's see what they have as far as downloads. Look at that. Hit techdoc/downloads and we're going to be able to download a template that we can then use ourselves. So we have a PDF or an EPS. It really doesn't matter which one. It just depends on which design program you're using. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the PDF and let's check the size for these earrings because we probably should have done that ahead of time just to make sure these are the popular style that people are looking for. So overview for the teardrop. So these are 2.17 by 1.46. If you're not sure if this is the right size, you could go up on Etsy and we can look up teardrop earrings. And what we're looking for are the actual earrings, not the files. We want the earrings to kind of give us an idea of what the most popular size is. So these look like earrings that someone is actually selling. So we can look and we can see what the size is. They are 4 centimeters. So 1.57 inches long by 1.02 inches wide. So let's go back. Okay, so I think these would work just fine. Not everyone's teardrop earrings are going to be the same size. It's important that you put in your description what size they are. All right, so it looks like I create mine at 1.35 by 2. Mine sell really well. These are a little bit different in size, but I don't think it's really going to matter. A bunch of layers going on here, and we don't need like any of this nonsense. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. And then these are already sized perfectly, so we don't want to mess with those, okay? So we are just going to select the largest one here, and we're just going to check the size. We want to put it back to inches. Okay, so we have 2.4. So I would just go File, New, and we will switch this to inches again. And we are just going to do probably just like a nice 2 by 3. So width is 2, height is 3. Switch it to 300, create. And then let's go ahead and grab, we only need one earring. So we just need this one right here. So we're going to hit Control C and we're going to hit Control V. Would select this and then I would change the outside. I would take the outside away. I would switch this to whatever color I wanted, probably like that color. And that's how I would do it. So personally, I would adjust up here. I just don't really love this up here. See how that kind of, I don't know, it looks kind of funny. Yeah, I don't personally love that, but you can adjust it really easily if you wanted to, or you can leave it this way. It really, overall, it doesn't matter. It's going to look fine on the earring once it's done. It's just kind of bugging me. In just a short amount of time, we have created a teardrop earring template, a license plate template, and a badge reel template. Now, real quick, how would we use these templates? So if you haven't downloaded yet, I do have a freebie. I have a new website created and I have a lot more that's coming to that website for you all. But you can go to lfdcuniversity.com and you can download the sublimation shortcut. I have quite a bit of templates that are pre-made. They're meant to be where you create a digital paper, and then from the digital paper, you're able to create multiple different items, making your workload faster. And you don't have to think about it as much. So that's nice. But how you would use these is the same way you would use those. So if you've used those, then you know exactly how to use them. If you haven't used those, this is how you go about using these. Now, again, this is done in Affinity Designer. So if you are utilizing Canva specifically, it's going to be different because you need to create frames for Canva. I will create another video going over how to create frames in Canva because you can make license plate templates, earring templates, and badge reel templates, all sorts of different templates in Canva using the frames actually, which makes it very drag and drop and very easy, especially if you do not have like a design program like Affinity Designer, Adobe Illustrator, etc. But for now, this is how you would use this. You would select it, and then you would go to put inside right here. And then we would just hit File and then Place. We would then just grab something to put in it. There we go. Okay, so that's how you would use that. Just really quick, it just puts it, as you can see here in the layers panel, it just puts it inside the shape. So you would do the same thing. All right, same with this one. You would just select the license plate, put inside, and then place it inside there. And then again with the earring, select the shape. All right, we would just hit go inside, file, place, grab it, and then place it in there. It's that simple. It really just takes a little bit of tedious time, but once you've made the template once, you only have to make it once. That's it. Just one time, and then it's done. And it's really quite easy, and honestly, it's kind of fun. Well, I hope you guys found this video helpful. I have a lot more videos coming, so make sure you check back. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It's super helpful in the YouTube algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.